This is our last session before the main event in November. Obviously, Black Friday creeping up on us on Friday this week. Our sessions so far about Toggletopia have been the 10 steps to basically get to your Toggletopia to make sure everything is in place ready for Black Friday and beyond. What I would like to do is if you have any questions at all, please feel free to just unmute, shout them out. There's only a few of us in here, so we can have a good old natter about it, about what's working. One of the benefits of doing this last session today is that there are already quite a lot of Black Friday offers out there in the ether. We've seen some incredible results so far. So it's a really nice chance to talk about what's happening at the moment and, what your plans are coming up. Lovely. If you don't want to shout out, you can always put them in the chat. Ash and I will keep our eyes out for the chat, and Holly to see if there's anything pop up, and then I can answer that as we go on.
Yep, nope.
Lovely. Okay. That was just, I think I've just had somebody else in the room. Amazing. Okay, perfect. Just make this bigger. Now I can see. Perfect. Lovely. Okay. So Toggletopia. So if you've been in this session before, you have seen this slide before. So this is our seventh Christmas since Toggle launched in 2018, but it's officially our fourth Toggle time. So it's when we started to delve deep into the data, started at looking at what's working, how we can optimize to make it easier for our hospitality customers, how we can make it easier for the guest experience, and started to really look at what makes a Toggle time. We actually start doing some big things on Thursday. We're excited to start filming some things. I'm sure you've all seen our Jetpack Santa game previously. We had lots of hours spent playing on that of various people. So something like that's coming out similar very, very soon. So we're very excited. So this year, 2024, the hospitality gifting market is worth an estimated 8.8 billion, which is just absolutely huge. This is our seventh Christmas. And not only has the hospitality sales actually increased in volume year on year, but when we look at Togglers year on year, the actual sale of an individual Toggle card has increased by 97% per location. So that doesn't matter the size of your estate, your brand, or how many brands you have. That is the pure location. The increases come to like 97%. So there's a huge amount of pie that you can take a slice of. So last year, 23.5 million was sold in November and December 2023. We are estimated this year 37 million in the same time frame. So it's very exciting. Black Friday is our second largest sort of time of the year, with Christmas Eve and Christmas Day being the biggest from last year. I do think that might shift a little bit this year. We've had some really incredible customers come on board that are doing some exceptional things. And I think over the year, campaigns and the way people are operating has changed slightly. People want to give away a little bit more. They want to entice people in with restricted campaigns, such as come in today. We're actually going to talk about January Bouncebacks today, but they might want to do something where they're doing, buy a gift card for £50, you'll get £100, but you can only spend it in March next year, because they know traditionally that March is their quieter times. People are getting a lot more savvy with how to pull in prepaid revenue. And that's what Toggle is amazing for. That's why we do it. Okay, so as we approach week 47, we are hitting the Black Friday. I've got some stats to show you what we've already done this week for our Toggle customers, but we're going to really getting into the nitty gritty. We're actually in 47 coming up now. Obviously this year, actually, Black Friday is the last week of the year, whereas last year, it was actually in the third. So it does, if you're looking at your sales figures year on year, make sure you actually are taking into consideration when Black Friday fell, just as a caveat. Because obviously your actual figures will be skewed based if you're doing it just based on date. I think last year it was the 23rd of December, if I remember rightly, and this year obviously it's the 29th. Toggle is 100% hospitality focused. As you know, we will look after lots of different types of Toggle customers, from casual dining, premium dining, quick serve, competitive socializing, pubs, bars, nightlife, clubs, all and in between. So Toggle is a great way of securing prepaid revenue for all types of hospitality that you have. Obviously, you can sell your regular gift cards, both digital and physical. You can also sell experiences through Toggle, which are great for things like your afternoon teas, which I'm sure Ash and Tess talked about last time round, and Holly. You can also do pay it forward, which is a really great way of doing your charity or community projects. A lot of the customers we work with, for example, in December, work with the charity Street Smart, where you add £1 to your bill, to your customer's bill, they pay it and it goes directly to Street Smart. Incredible charity. They've been doing it, I think, for 5 years, if I remember rightly. You can also initiate that on your Toggle account. So it's not just on your bills, it's actually people can purchase a £1 Toggle card and it will go directly to that charity as well. So it's a really nice way of combining your in-venue efforts with your online presence as well. And then, of course, you have preloaded cards. So they are your free of charge cards that you're sending out, maybe for a competition win, as a bundle, as a guest recovery in this sort of really busy time. Really great way to do that too. Okay, so what is Toggletopia? So it's a place where word processes are automated, where we can help you with your gift card sales, and we can also help you reach that calm before the chaos. So help you set everything up. So on Friday morning, you are not frantically clicking buttons trying to sort things out. That is our aim, so that you can just sit back and relax. Lovely. Okay, so last week we had 3.1 million in gift cards were sold last week. So that is a combination of early access to Black Friday offers. So some of our customers did early access through a promo code, and regular gift card sales. We have a lot of customers who have launched an early Black Friday week, so of Black Friday sales. So obviously gone from the Monday through to Black Friday. Some will be extending outwards to Cyber Monday. We have a lot of customers that already have cards set up and promotions set up that will run from Black Friday to the following Friday for that week. So it's a nice way of getting everything set up. Last year, most people did a Black Friday promo running up to Black Friday, but some of the most successful promotions were actually run from Black Friday onwards. So people actually waiting to Black Friday to see everybody's offers that are available and then making their decisions to purchase as well. This, in case you haven't seen it, is what 2023 looked like in a day on day, from November through to December. Obviously so I was right, Black Friday was the 23rd. So last year on Black Friday, the 24th, we had 1.9 million was sold through Toggle customers on Black Friday. Whereas on Christmas Eve, there was 1.1 million on Christmas Eve. The run up to Christmas in the actual length will attribute to a lot of your sales, both e-vouchers and in venue. Once you hit Christmas Eve, actually, the majority of these sales that you can see here are actually physical cards in venue. It's where people have gone to, the pub for their for their Christmas Eve drink or their Christmas Eve meal, and they've gone, oh, actually, that'd be a great present. They've picked up a load. Or on, my family pub visitors on Christmas Day, they'll go into the pub or restaurant and grab a voucher at that point as well. On this side, you can actually see the breakdown between digital. So you've got the blue here, which is in-venue purchases. You've got green, which is digital. And then you've got the orange, which is the physical cards that are fulfilled from our warehouse. So as you can see, obviously, Black Friday and the run up to Christmas, there are a lot of actual physical cards sold that then we fulfill. Obviously, they start to taper off around the 20th because of things like Royal Mail's delivery date or DPD's guaranteed delivery. Depending on the postage option that you have available, those deadlines, they won't make it. So people tend to then go in store to pick some up or purchase a digital one as well. Lovely. Okay. Well, the reason for this session is to cover the last two steps of Toggletopia. Step 9 being Boxing Day and beyond, and step 10 being the January bounce back. I have got a couple of little key bits and pieces just to recap on after that. And I've also got all of the checklists that you may have seen previously in order. So we'll go through these steps. We'll just have a chat. And then if anyone has any questions at all about anything that you might have seen in any of the sessions, it's a really great time for us to have just an open discussion about how we can help you. Lovely. Okay, let's start with Boxing Day and beyond. So Boxing Day is a really great time to start a new promotion that you might not have had on. So you might have a promotion that's set specifically for Black Friday and then have one that's set for Christmas and Boxing Day. Obviously, people love a Boxing Day sale. That is our most, in England, our most traditional retail sale. And it's something that you have really ease of access to do on Toggle. You can actually have a collection that just appears, disappears, and then it's ready to go. You might want to offer something slightly different on your Boxing Day and your Twixmas sort of promotion. You might want to offer maybe only a 10% discount, whereas your Black Friday might have been a 20% discount. Just something to entice people between that Christmas and New Year period to purchase because they know they're going to come in and they want to have a great time with you. Lovely. So one of the key things about creating a Christmas offering or Boxing Day sale is doing it via collection because it easily appears and disappears. You can create a load of new cards that are just sort of Twixmas themed or Boxing Day themed, have them appear and then disappear after you're ready to turn it off, basically. Last week, I know that Cal went through a collection and how to create a collection, but obviously we've got different attendees here this week. So Ashley's going to take us through how to create a collection. If you guys would like to pull up your Toggle stores and potentially create a one at the same time, it was a great way to sort of learn as you're doing it as well. The recording of this call will be available afterwards too, if you just want to go back and have a look. Lovely. Okay, Ash, would you like to share your screen?
Absolutely. So let me just jump in there.
Amazing.
Here we are. So I want you guys to imagine it is now Boxing Day, and on your Toggle shop, you've now had the Twixmas offers appear on your store. A name presumably thought up by the Mars Corporation. You don't know, but so to do that, we basically go into our shop and collections, hit add new. In Blue Peter fashion, here's one I created earlier. Is Blue Peter still a thing? I feel like showing my age a little bit. So basically, we're clicking on the collection. So we've got Twixmas offers, collection description. No one knows what day of the week it is, but they will know that you have great offers. Products in the collection. So what I've actually done is made a special Twixmas offer, which I will show you in a second. We've also popped in there the January Bounceback offer, which we'll be going over shortly. And then display options. So I've got this as a tile and drop down. So that gives us the nice little image we've got there and also appears in there. But you can just have that as a drop down if you wish. So then it wouldn't appear as a tiled collection there. It would just appear there. When we actually click into it, you can see that we've got our Twixmas family meal and drinks and the January Bounceback offer just in there. And to do that, we basically select whatever products we want in. You can also add any bundles in. And then the beautiful bit, you can obviously have this set as inactive, but if you set it as live and it's not within the dates you set here, it just won't appear. So if I set this for when we wanted it on Boxing Day, and to run out probably on the 31st, and I hit save. Once our little icon saying we're saved here, if I click back onto the shop, you can see that it is no longer there, so it wouldn't appear until actually Boxing Day. And the advantage of that is with your products. So say the Twixmas family meal and drinks that I've created in there. Because I've got this set as a private product, it won't actually appear in the shop unless it is in a collection. So this offer will not be visible throughout the year. And this isn't actually a promotion. This is just a specially priced thing that I've made. So as an experience, I've put Twixmas family meal and drinks, a family meal for all between Christmas and New Year, and then as an experience long description. Obviously, you would probably elaborate a little bit more, but I've just put from our Twixmas 3-course meal menu, which could be a special offer that you're running insight for those days. And then we've got the pricing just set up for 4 people, for 5, or for 6, and just got that. Also, the validity rules just running for specific dates. So instead of having our normal gift card where it's valid for 12 months or 6 months or whatever you have it at, we've got it in fact valid after Boxing Day until the 31st. So they can only use it within that period. So it's a really short period and a good offer. Any questions anyone has on that while I'm there? You can either shout up or just type in chat. If not, I'll pass back over to Amy. Okay, back to you.
Please, thank you. Okay. Share this again. Amazing. One of the really nice things that Ash has just showed you there about the collections is that the image that you put on your collection is not the image that goes on to your actual gift card when it's sent to a customer. So you could particularly have a image based on that is Twixmas, you know, lovely. Actually, Ash's image is lovely, the wreath with Twixmas in, but actually on each individual gift card, you can have a different image that is, you know, maybe less Christmassy, that so that if I'm giving it, if you're doing a longer date range that you've had it available for, you can have that in there as well. AI generated special. I like that. Nice. Okay, lovely. So the checklist for step 9 is to create a collection of Boxing Day offers that will go live from the 26th of December. Also schedule an email to let your customers know that you have a Twixmas offer. On Christmas last year, when we looked at sort of the times that people were purchasing, just to give you a little bit of an insight, on Black Friday, the most popular time to purchase a gift card was between 9 and 11 a.m. So that's people potentially coming to work, having a look on their computer, and then shopping while they should be working. Or, you know, they've bookmarked a couple of important hospitality brands that they like and then purchasing at that point. On Christmas, the highest conversion is first thing in the morning. It's when people are remembering they've forgotten to buy a present. So actually, right up to, I believe the time was 3 p.m. last year, we had a lot of people purchasing, but the highest time was actually between 8 and 10, because people, I genuinely believe, forgot that they have to, you know, they're going about their business and then forgot that they need to purchase it. So yeah, sending an email is a really great thing, even if it's just Happy Christmas. If you need a last minute present, we got you. Something like that is a really great way to just try and nab those extra sales on there. You can also use a promotional code to allow your platinum guests early access to the offers. So if you wanted to send an email to your most frequent guests, your VIPs, your platinum pops, to say we are going to have a Twixmas offer, use a promo code to get extra discount, you can also do that as well.
Also on that point, Amy, if you were having a product like I'd made there where it wasn't actually a promotional code or anything, or an actual promotion, what you could do is have a link to that private product, because as long as you've got it set as live, you can then go into that product and they can still buy it. So you basically send them the link to the product itself.
Absolutely. Again, another way for your guests to feel exclusive, like it is VIP, because you can't see that if you just went on to like Google it, you'd have to actually have the code. Yeah, great one. Love it. Okay. So step 10, which is our bonus then. So January bounce backs. January bounce backs have been a massive part of what we do for a really long time, because they help so many of our customers. They are a great way to, you know, get prepaid revenue at a time where you would traditionally be quiet. So what a January bounce back offer actually is it's a card that you sell now, for example, but it can only be used in the month of January. So you restrict the usage to be from the 1st to the 31st of January. You can offer that as a added value. You could say, okay, buy £50 now, and you'll get £100 to use in January. Or like Montpellier's here did, they did a January 20 sale. So they actually did a promo code where you got money off to be used in January. when we did the breakdown of breakages of this particular type of product, so breakage is when a card expires. I believe the stat was that 11% of cards, once been purchased, expired with a balance on them at that point when doing a fixed January bounce back campaign. So, you are going to get visitors. That's the whole point. You want to fill your seats. You want to actually get people in the doors. But there actually is quite a high amount of breakage as well, where people will buy it and then not actually come in and use it too. So depending on how you feel about that, it's either really great or it's just another aspect of the platform, definitely. We've seen some really great ones with other types of January bounce back as well. So not just doing added 20% or 20% discount. Like I said, doing a buy £50 voucher, get £100. We have seen guests do a lot of restrictions around it themselves as well as the cards. So for example, 6 by Nico, they're very good at their campaigns, are very good at their gift card sales. So what they actually did was a January bounce back. It was for a specific menu, which is amazing of theirs. But what they also did was they told their customers that it couldn't be used on things like a Saturday and a Sunday. Now, Toggle can't restrict that, but you can absolutely put that into your T's and C's. What you might want to do, just like 6 by Nico do, is they actually create a booking form. So when you book a table, there is an actual option to say, are you booking with a gift voucher or are you booking without a gift voucher? If they're booking with a gift voucher, all of the dates that they don't deem suitable get blocked out. So you can only book potentially Monday to Friday. If you're booking without a gift voucher, you can book, all the way through. It's also a really nice thing for VIPs to have too. So you might do an exclusive bounce back offer where you offer your VIPs a slightly more of a discount, and obviously sent out via either an airship email or whichever of the CRM you are using as well. Paragon Group did a really nice example last year. I know we've used them quite a lot as an example just because the amount of work that they had done in comparison to their 2022 sales versus 2023 was minimal, but they increased their sales by 527% because they just took that extra time to do a little bit of promotion and a little bit of January bounce backs. So what they actually did on two spaces on this is they had table talkers on their tables where their guests could scan to get to their Toggle store and purchase Black Friday offers and Christmas offers. They actually set their restrictions so that the card would only go live the day after it was purchased, which meant that people sitting at the table couldn't buy a voucher with extra discount on to pay for their bill there and then. So they're not cannibalizing what they've already got because somebody had already come in to eat. But on their T's and C's, it does say this voucher is live from tomorrow. So it means that they're guaranteed another visit, which is great. It's what everybody wants. With their January bounce back, they actually did it for the first 3 months of the year because traditionally that was their quieter months. They have 10 restaurants based around Staffordshire. And they did an added 20%, I believe. And I think from chatting to their team, they're super happy with the amount that it generated compared to 2022 when they didn't do that sort of offer. They didn't do a guaranteed sitting for prepaid revenue. So it's a really nice way of helping not only your reservations team, obviously, the other aspects of your business that aren't just marketing to get that prepaid revenue and bums on seats. Lovely. Okay. So back to Ash. He's going to show us how to do a January specific bounce back campaign.
Yeah, lovely stuff. So let me just share my screen again. So back to this. So I've put this offer in both the Twixmas and the Black Friday. So we've got this January sale just there in both collections. So that's the great thing about collections. You can put various items in each one. If we went to our products and found our January sale, which is somewhere, there it is. So we've got the January bounce back offer. We've got this one as a digital, obviously you could have it as physical as well. And basically the way we set this up, we set the product and then we would set the promotion on it. So we're going to give an added 20% and make it valid just throughout January. So to do that, you go to the validity rules here. As Amy was saying about the activating a card from the day after. If you want to do that, you can do that just on this bit here. So the validity rules, cards should become active immediately, or you can have 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, or even a week if you want to. So we've got this one expiring on a specific date. So this gives us the valid after and expiry date there. You could also do it to have it a custom amount of days, but for this one particularly, it's better to use the specific date. Obviously, it wouldn't have to be January, as Amy said a little bit earlier in the presentation. If you wanted to do your thing for March, you can totally do that because that might be your quieter time. But for this one, we've got it set to 1st of January to the start. Maybe you want to do that on the 2nd, because obviously 1st of January is a bank holiday, so you're probably going to have a fair few people in anyway. So maybe you run it from the 2nd, and then we're expiring it on the 31st. What you can also do is send a reminder email if you want to. Obviously, you don't have to. Let's just say we give them a week. Hit the save button there. And that will just save that. Then we would go to our promotions. And again, find our January added 20% here. So obviously you would be creating a new one. You would choose possibly a special offer, but maybe a promo code, depending on the way you wanted to do it. For this example, we're running it in the shop with the 20% added value just there. But obviously that offer, because it's a private product, will only appear in those collections. So when you want it to appear. So we're putting a campaign name. That is the name for you. That's just for internal reference, so you don't need to worry about that one. This offer display text is what appears on the actual value, on the actual voucher, sorry, just there. And then your longer text appears when you click into the product, and it just appears underneath just there. We then do added value. You could, of course, do it as a discount if you wanted. With the added value, you've got the options of a fixed value or a percentage, depending on how you wanted to do it. So we're doing the 20%. You can set a maximum amount of users. So say you only want to offer this to the first 50 people that go on it. You can do that if you wish. And then the start date, obviously, is when the promotion is running. So we've got, because we've got this in the Black Friday and the collection after the Twixmas, we're going to run that till the 31st. But the product won't appear in the shop anyway, so that'll be fine. It'll only appear in that Black Friday and Twixmas collection. And then we just apply it to that specific January Bounceback offer. You can, of course, apply it to all products if you want to, but you probably wouldn't want to do that. And then you just set that as live. And then this bit's quite important at the bottom here, because it does catch a few people out. So this limit use to 1 code per basket. If you have that clicked as yes, it will only affect 1 card in the basket. So if you want people to be able to buy as many gift cards as they want, make sure you've got that set as no. Anyone got any questions on that one? Nope, all good. So I will pass back to you, Amy.
Amazing. Thank you, Ash.
No problem. There you go.
Okay. You actually touched on one of the things that I've got in here as the little bit extras. Okay, so step 10, your checklist for your January bounce back. So it is create a January bounce back offer. It obviously can be a gift card, but it also can be an experience as well. You don't have to just have it as a monetary gift card. You might just be offering like a January 3-course meal or January wine flight, something like that. It can be anything. It doesn't have to just be the card. So ensure that your validity is set to those restricted dates, be it the whole January or the first quarter. Once that card has expired, the breakage will expire as well. So the customer will automatically be reverted to 0, and the customer will not be able to use it. create an email promoting your January bounce back to be sent on Boxing Day. Or if you're setting it up live now, obviously you don't have to sell it just in that Twixmas time, but you could actually set it live and say we're already doing a January bounce back offer. And also schedule a social post around it to say we're doing this, VIP or exclusive offer where you get a little bit more for the usage in January too. Okay. So with it being the, with so many Black Friday and Christmas offers already live, we've already had a couple of customers come through just to clarify some things. So I thought I'd pop on here just the little things that tend to catch people out, just to make sure we're all clear. So just like Ash said, the limit used for one basket is absolutely one that catches people out. So this is used for those customers who only want, so for those togglers who only want their customers to be able to have one discounted card per purchase. Some operators absolutely want it that way. Other operators don't want it that way. They want the customer to be able to buy 10 vouchers, all of which are getting the 10% Black Friday promo on it. So if that is your case, you want your customer to be able to purchase as many vouchers as they would like with a discount, please make sure it's a no. If you do only want to have one card per purchase, one discount per basket, use that as yes. Okay, and the next one is capacity. So if you want to put a capacity on how many of these cards you want to sell, you can actually change that. So as standard, they're all set to no limit. But if you click on this drop down and you can pop in by an amount, as in the actual value, or by quantity as well. So of a particular card, let's say you've done an amazing one where it's, purchase 100 and you'll actually get £300 worth. You might actually only want to sell 10 of those for some reason. So you can limit that to 10 units or the amount that it's worth. Okay, and then so making sure that your collections and your go live dates all have the correct date already in place. So when that your collection wants to go live, that's another one. So just like Asha pointed out, so we're going to set this one from like the 22nd of October, and then it's going to end on the 31st of October. This was actually for a flash sale that one of our customers did, and the collection will automatically disappear. Also, you can do this per card as well, automatically disappear too, so that it will just remove itself from your Toggle store so you don't have to worry about it after the big event. Lovely. Okay, and just a couple more little things. Like we said actually about the collections. So the first image you upload to a gift card or an experience is the image that's going to be used either in the Apple Wallet or sent on the email, or it's the image that's associated to that card. So on the card, if you have a big logo that says Black Friday, that is the image that's going to come through when I buy my card. So in my Apple Wallet, it's just going to say Black Friday. It's not going to say, bottomless brunch for two or £100 gift card, or a nice image of your food or your venues. It's going to be that Black Friday. However, a really nice way of getting around this is the collections, is making a Black Friday collections, using an image on that says Black Friday, and then within that collection, all of your regular gift cards that you have the promotion of with a lovely correct photo attached to it. And they're the images that are going to be used when they come through. Email, telling your customers that you have a Black Friday offer or Christmas offer or Twixmas, however you're doing it, if you're doing it, is absolutely key. This is one that I received 2 days ago from Revolution, which links out directly to their Toggle store. Like I said, actually, emails, conversion rates on Christmas Day between 8 and 10 were really, really high. So sending an email that says Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, don't forget any last minute presents on that day. Also Black Friday, the key shopping hours last year were 9 till 10. We still had lots and lots of sales going through all the rest of the day, but the majority came through between that 9 and 10 o'clock period. So sending an email to say, grab our Black Friday offers at this point is also an amazing place to go. With the collections, you have a dedicated URL, so you can put that URL straight into your email that allows your guests to click on the URL and go just to your Black Friday collection or your Christmas collection, so that they're not having to shop around your whole store. They're just going straight to where you want them to go. This is a really nice way of sort of shepherding them to the right place. Okay, so that is all 10 steps that have been given over the last 3 sessions. I thought we'd just run through them very, very quickly on this screen. So step 1 was deck the halls. That was making sure that your shops are nice and are displaying the right branding, the right colors, the right fonts for you, making sure everything is ship-shape ready to go. The let's get physical is step 2. So that is making sure, 1, that if you are doing physical cards, you have enough distributed across all your venues to allow in-venue purchases over the Christmas period. And also that you have, if you don't have any and they're stocked in our warehouse, making sure you let us know and we can send them out to you. If you do not have physical cards, we unfortunately have passed our guaranteed deadline for creating physical cards for Guaranteed for Christmas, but you still can have physical cards created. You may already work with a print supplier, or you might just want to go to somewhere like Vistaprint or somewhere a bit more kooky that does, cups or key rings. If you want to get physical cards done, we can supply you with let's say you're doing an order of 500. We can supply you with 500 toggle codes and pins that are linked directly to your toggle store. You can take those toggle cards to a print supplier and say, right, I need 500 cards printed with these numbers on. Let's go. That printer might be able to turn around an order in a week, which would be incredible. At that point, then you'll then have 500 physical cards ready to distribute in venue that are linked directly to your toggle store. So they'll be available to use immediately for you. If that's what you'd like to do, just let our team know. You can email our success@usetoggle.com, and they can provide you with however many codes you need. Usual turnaround is about 48 hours on that. So it's super easy to do. Treat your customers. So obviously doing some really great promotions is the way to go. So 20% tends to be the sweet spot, whether that be added 20% or discount 20%. That is the most popular. Right now, as of this week, the most popular deal, I have to say, which is quite a shock, has been a 10% off deal for one of our customers, but quickly followed by added 20%. I believe the 10% off is just because it's a very popular hospitality brand, so that's why. Step 4 is 4-2 experiences. So that is an experience that you probably already have. You might already be doing a whiskey fly, a wine fly, a set course menu, a steak night that you offer once a week. You can create those as experience. You just bundle it all together. You bundle the amount that should be. So if the steak night for 2 for a glass of wine should be £60, you sell the voucher for £60 and call it steak night for 2. It's a really lovely Christmas present. 4-2 experiences last year, I believe, from memory, it was 900,000 was spent on 4-2 experiences. Obviously, that is an experience for 2 people. So with the word 4-2 in there as well. Step 5, collections are king. Obviously, we've done a lot of collections today. They're just a really great way to organize, whether it be by location or by the period. So Twixmas, Christmas, Black Friday, they're a really great way to organize and then disappear. So I think of all of them, this is the best organizational tool for your Toggletopia. Keeping your shop front and center. So that is promoting your store on your social channels, on your LinkedIn, using QR codes behind the bar, for example, that lead directly to your Toggle store so that your guests, once they've had a great visit, can say, oh, I reckon Ash is going to love this place. I'm going to get him a gift voucher. And also shouting about it in your emails and making sure that on your actual website, it's so easy to find your gift shop store, your gift voucher. So putting it in the actual toolbar or your panel that appears down the side as well. Corporate gifting. So we are able to help you do large corporate gifting for both your staff and other staff as well. That's done on an account by account basis. So if you are looking to do corporate orders, do let us know and we can talk you through it. Step 8 is there is no too late. As you've seen, from this point onwards, sales are available at all times. So there is no too late. If you can get on, if you haven't got a Black Friday offer set up now, get it. You know, you can get it set up within minutes and have it ready to go. Obviously, we've done step 9, which is the Boxing Day and beyond, and step 10, which is the January bounce back. So that is all 10 steps to allow you to reach your Toggletopia. So I guess this is not only a Q&A on these steps, but any questions that you might have come across over the last 3 weeks that you've been looking at your store, anything that you want to throw at us, Ash and I are happier to help and answer for you. Please let us know. No, doesn't look
Or
like we've
if anything else comes to you after you finish the call, if you finish the call and think, oh, should have really asked that, then fire it over to myself or to Success.
Can I ask a quick one? Is that all right?
Of
absolutely.
course.
If you did it, if you limited a promotion to say 50% added value, and you did it for 10 for the maximum, is there any way you can do it so when that runs out, when 10 people buy it, it then drops to 40% for the next, say, 20, and then, or would you have to do it manually each time?
Do you want to take that, Ash?
I've not tested this, but if you have a multiple codes set to the same voucher, then it gives the highest percentage first. So in theory, if 10 people bought that, it would give them the 50% and then would move down onto the other one. But I would have to possibly test that for you to see if it actually
Okay.
works. So
Yeah, that would be good. I was thinking in January of doing some sort of flash sale where it would be the first 10 people get 50%, the next 20 get 40, the next 30 get like 30 sort of thing. But I didn't want to sit there and wait and then change them
Yeah.
each time. Yeah.
yeah, that's fine. I'll
Yeah.
have a look at that. We've got your email, so
Brilliant.
I'll give that a test today and see if I can get that to work because that's
Thank you.
quite a good idea. So
Cheers.
Amazing. I guess the manual way around that, I think I haven't heard of that. I think it's a great way of doing it too. Is you can set up several cards that would be, 10 at 50. Once that capacity has been reached, the card immediately says sold out. Just so you know, you get that little block that comes up that says sold out. So your customers will know that they've missed that opportunity effectively.
Okay.
So you could do like that, but I think having it as a one singular card is a much nicer and smoother way. So yeah, we can let everyone know, definitely.
Sure. Thank you.
Great. Anyone else with a question? No? Okay. Well, I mean, at the back of this end, I have put all of the at the back of this presentation, I've put all of the checklists into one succinct list for you, so you've got everything going through. Obviously, if you've all been on this call quite a few times, you've already run through things in general. But what I will do is I will send this presentation to all of you so that you have everything ready to go. Of course, if you have any questions, just like Ash said, that you suddenly think, oh, I should have asked that, you can send it to support@usetoggle. You can directly email myself or Ash. My email address is amy.mellors@airship.co.uk. And so by all means, give us a shout. Many of you might already have my mobile number, always available on WhatsApp as well. So yeah, this is this QR code links directly to actually Toggle Academy Article 2 that has some really key steps on there that if you just need an extra helping hand. Many of you might have not have seen Toggle Academy before, but it's actually our online directory full of articles based on every single topic that Toggle does, that often has full video walkthroughs and a really clear step-by-step. So you can actually just type in promo code, added value, and all of the steps on how to do it pop up as well. So that's a really useful tool if you're, a crazy night owl that's doing this at 3 o'clock in the morning. That's a great way to go as well. Lovely. Okay, well, that is the end of this week's session. Thank you so much, guys, for joining not only this one, but if you have joined multiple, joining all of our team. If there's anything else we can help with up to the run up, let us know. We are really looking forward to it. It's always an amazing time at Toggle to see the incredible work that our customers are doing and see what's working. So rest assured, we will be watching. We will see what what's working for you. It's amazing. So I hope you all have an incredible Black Friday offering. And we will speak to you all very, very soon.